We are so back on your screen, coming to you live from Radio Row. It is the Sweats, presented by DraftKings. Jesse Cofield to my left, Emerson Latzia to her right. I'm told it's a meaty man Wednesday here.
Yeah, I prefer big guy Wednesday,
Okay.
but obviously you wrote that in the script. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, Gojo Gang is here, including Lakers fan Brandon Newman. We're going to talk LeBron breaking the NBA scoring record, and why not include Aaron Rodgers and his darkness retreat?
Dude,
question mark.
so
a lot
weird.
of questions about that.
First things first, how about former big guy? Because he slimmed down after crushing the Peloton. Ross Tucker, what's up, dude? Good to have you here in person.
I'm not feeling that slim compared to you two, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
And this has not helped at all being here. The beers at night, plus I'm back-to-back apple fritter here in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big apple fritter guy.
Okay.
And it's the type of thing like I would never buy. I would never, you know.
But when you just have access
when
to
it's
it.
just
when it's
free right there, it's
there.
like staring at me like,
Yeah.
Ross, you love apple fritters, eat me.
Yeah.
You know
By the way, how old do we feel that we all watched, or at least I did, watch LeBron James play high school basketball?
Yeah, no.
And now he's the all-time leading scorer in the NBA.
I mean,
that
I
feels
didn't watch
old.
him play high school
It's the
basketball.
fact, you're a little younger than us, but it's the fact of all the hype, though, of him coming out of high school, Ross, like on the cover of every magazine you could think of. What were they calling him, like the chosen one? And the fact that he lived up to the hype and even exceeded that,
It's awesome.
It was kind of cool to, like, even though I'm sitting in my hotel sad, eating Tostitos chips, and I'm like watching that. It was cool to witness that last night, wasn't
Absolutely.
it?
I'm glad I was on the West Coast or wherever we are in Arizona for
Didn't have to stay up so late,
East
man.
Coast, there's no chance I would have watched that.
No
None.
shot. No shot. They've got it good here with the time. Yeah.
It's
Yes.
true. Even though I was still tweeting last night, I was like, man, I still want to go to bed.
Yes.
Because these days are so damn long, Ross. How has your Super Bowl 57 experience been?
Oh, it's been awesome. And it's been long for me as well.
Yeah.
But I love it. You know, the last couple of years with COVID, they didn't really have this, and
Yes.
I haven't been here. So it's been a good 3 or 4 years since I've been to the Super Bowl site. And for me, the coolest thing is just meeting all these people in person like you two.
Yeah.
That I feel like I know you guys.
I know.
I've talked to you so many. I mean, I've talked to both of you at least 30 times in my life.
Yep.
To never actually just see you in person, it's awesome. And you know, I don't know why, but now every time I do the Sweat remotely from Pennsylvania moving forward, it'll just be so much cooler. Like, it was already cool, but now it's like, okay, I know them. I've actually been in their presence.
It's like weird. It's just this time that we live in. So many people who have come across here the past few days, and Jesse, you can attest to this too. Like, these are people that we feel like we've known because we form relationships with them. Not even guys that or gals that we have on our show, but through like Twitter.
Yeah.
You're like, I've been
Yes.
buddies with
My
you for
internet,
5 years.
my Twitter friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my internet friend. Yeah. Like, what's your AIM screen name?
Yeah. So you've been here all week. You were at media night. You know, any new information that you've picked up? Any interesting tidbits so far? How do we feel about the darkness retreat? It's a good one.
Oh, man.
Did you do it?
I am open, very open to trying new things.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he wouldn't do that unless some people told him that it was really a good thing. When I found out you're not allowed to drink, that was a problem for me.
Yeah.
I
We've
mean,
already talked about the
I
beers.
need my Labatt Blue Light, okay,
Yeah.
when I'm in a darkness retreat. It sounds to me like he's paying for solitary confinement, which, like, that isn't that what people try to avoid?
Yeah,
The other thing about that is, like, first of all, he's not retiring, okay? But let's just say he came out and said, I'm going to retire. If he were my brother, I'd be like, you go back in that retreat right now.
Yeah, back in the tank.
Yeah, $60 million for 5 months of playing football. You're not retiring, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that would go against any aspect of human nature if he retired. 60 million. Plus, he doesn't want to go in the Hall of Fame same year as Brady. He's been in Brady's shadow his whole career.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't want to do that going in the Hall of Fame either. He's not going anywhere.
Good call. I didn't even think about that because
Yeah.
J.J. Watt's also part of that class.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane.
But this guy is like a ninja.
Oh, Billy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
the
he's
movable
fantastic.
camera guy. Like, I don't know what that's called, but this guy is like a ninja. I don't know what he's getting paid,
Yeah.
but he deserves
Billy
more.
Delaney,
Look, I'm
the
on it
man,
right now.
the
Like,
myth.
hey.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
look at
that.
his arms.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's absolutely jacked. He has
See,
the
he's
biggest
got bigger
biceps on our
forearms.
team.
He's got bigger forearms than me because of that. I don't like that.
He does.
He's like, I'm gonna clip that off. Let me see those forearms. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, there he is.
Billy Adams.
Yeah.
Add it to your
My
LinkedIn
wife
profile.
never comments on physique one time I was driving, and somehow she commented that she likes forearms.
Yeah.
So now, like, I look at forearms, and now when I'm driving, I'll have the forearm gripper going like this, you know. And if we have a night out, I'll have it on this side.
Yeah, you're like, hey, you like that? Yeah, check out those forearms.
Yeah, Billy. Hey, what room are you in again, Billy?
Trade some tips, you know.
Yeah. All right, let's dive into the game a little bit. You and I talked a little bit the other day about this. So Eagles opened up as big as what, 2.5-point favorites. The lines moved to 1.5. How surprised are you that we haven't seen more line movement, Ross?
I'm not. I think it usually settles after a couple days once we know the Super Bowl matchups. The only thing that would cause movement would be significant injury news. I don't think we've really gotten that. I mean, the 2 wide receivers for the Chiefs have both practiced the last couple days. We expect them to be able to play. I've got Dr. Chow, Pro Football Doc, will be on Friday's Ross Tucker Football Podcast to break down Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and those receivers. But no, I'm not. And honestly, I know you guys are going to get to this, but the line seems about right to me. Like, I think the Eagles should be favored by a little bit.
So Nick Sirianni was an offensive coordinator with KC back in the day. Andy Reid takes over, doesn't retain him.
Right.
Do you think that's like a little bit of an extra motivation for him? He has said, like, yeah, I mean, I had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder after that.
It would go against human nature to not.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you do take that personally.
It's so funny because I got fired 4 times as an NFL player, and they always tell you not to take it personally.
It's just business.
I know.
It's kind of my job and my dream, bro. Yeah. It's very personal to me. Okay.
I have to uproot my whole family now.
Oh, don't take it personally that your wife, you just got married, she moved from Manhattan to Buffalo, and now you both have to drive to Bumblefart, Pennsylvania. Okay, as long as it's not personal. No, it bothers me. It would be against human nature if it didn't bother him that Andy Reid didn't retain him. Look, it probably ended up being a really good thing for him because he went elsewhere and things went well for him. But, yeah, I mean, that was one of the first times he was ever fired in his life.
Yeah. Sticks with you. Core memory.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what has been sticking with me are some of these storylines that have just been hammered and run into the ground, like the Kelsey brothers being brothers. How many times do you think they've been asked about this?
It's crazy.
So, you know what I do think is about that? I think it's a little that there's never been brothers playing against each other.
Yeah.
But the fact that the first time it happens, they're both like maybe even first ballot Hall of Fame players. This is not like if Ross Tucker and my non-existent brother Josh Tucker happen to both be backup O-linemen in the Super Bowl together, and it's like, yeah, they're brothers on both teams. This is like their 2 best players. I mean, these are Hall of Fame caliber players. And the best part about it is their mom and dad are down. I mean, their mom and dad, like, some people would be like, no, their mom and dad are like, any media, like, they are into it. They are into this.
I mean, the infamous split jersey.
The book is coming.
It's terrible.
The book is coming.
She just needs to burn
Maybe there already is a book. What's the most famous split jersey in football history?
It's the Manning brothers?
No.
I was going to say
Brady Quinn's sister.
Oh, that's right. And you know what?
With A.J. Hawk in the Rose Bowl.
We had
Brady
Gojo
Quinn's sister.
Gojo on last week said the same thing. He said that is this.
That's the most well-known split. They showed her 1,000,000 times during that game.
Well, she might be dethroned by Donna.
Donna.
Yeah.
Donna, who brought homemade cookies the other night for her kids, like, she really is buying into this thing. By the way,
what's the dad's name? Ed?
I don't know.
But
he's just like...
I don't know.
No, but my thing is...
It is Ed.
Yeah.
Okay, but my thing is this. If you asked me what the Kelsey's parents' names were, they're from Cleveland, I would have said the dad is Ed and he's a steel salesman.
Okay.
He is. He's a steel salesman.
No way.
Okay.
The mom is Donna. I could have guessed that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the odds are on DraftKings. I would have guessed Ed and Donna, and Ed sells steel.
What does Donna do? Do we know what Donna does?
They said she works in the banking industry. I don't really know what that means.
Banker or a teacher?
I would have gone teacher. That would have gotten that one wrong. I would have gone teacher. Yeah.
What a woman.
Yeah,
what a legend, honestly. But we've been asking most of our guests this week this question.
Okay.
So what will it take for the Super Bowl MVP to not be a quarterback?
Maybe
Travis Kelce.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, but even if it's Kelsey, they'll still give it to Mahomes because Mahomes is the one throwing it to Kelsey.
I don't
Feels
know.
like it's really hard.
Well, think about the Jags game again. I mean, like I know Mahomes was out like quarter and a half or whatever, and then Kelsey's 14 receptions. He had to be MVP of that game. You couldn't even triple cover that guy.
That's fair. He's still stuck in the Jags game.
We
by the
did
way.
also find out, Tom Curran told us the other day that they have to get their votes in for Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, like before the 5-minute mark of like the fourth quarter or something.
Asinine.
Yeah.
I mean, that is asinine.
Dude, that's
you know
wild.
what? I love that word, too, because it feels like I'm swearing.
Yeah, but you're not.
No, asinine's in the Bible. You can say it.
So, no, I think the only way it's a non-quarterback, I think the most likely scenario would actually be a defensive player, like a Hassan Reddick gets a couple sacks, or maybe even like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Yeah. He led the NFL in interceptions, missed 5 games. Maybe he gets 2 picks and takes one to the house. Now, I don't know that Mahomes is going to do that, but that's a possibility.
All right, we know Andy Reid's got this thick book of trickery. So how much do you think we see in this game? As I'm looking at some props in the DraftKings Sportsbook. Couple examples here, Ross. Any quarterback to have a receiving touchdown, any non-quarterback to throw a touchdown pass. Will there be a flea flicker? What do you anticipate?
I would say that there are long odds for those for a reason.
Yeah, there are.
I usually tell people to stay away from those.
That's okay.
Unless it's entertainment money and you're like, you know what? Let's take a shot. It'd be fun if it happened. I don't think they're going to throw the ball to Mahomes with the ankle, but maybe Jalen Hurts. You know, maybe 5 years after the Philly special, they do a Philly special part 2. Maybe Hurts.
Yeah, I mean, we know Doug Peterson's not doing the Duval special down in Jacksonville, so I don't
Always
know.
comes back to
Always bringing it back to the Jags.
Dude, it's America's team. I'm sorry.
It's America's team, Emerson's team. All right, so a lot of talk about Jalen Hurts and his ability on the ball. Interesting prop on the DK Sportsbook. So combined pass and rush yards for the quarterback. So you got Jalen Hurts at 295.5, Mahomes 318.5. Who's like more likely to reach that mark?
Mahomes. I think it's Mahomes, yeah.
Okay.
Even though I think his rushing total is only around 18 yards or something like that.
Obviously
Ross.
much lower than
the way I look at it, I guess, is like, I just don't see the Chiefs winning unless Mahomes has a big game. And if they lose, he's going to be throwing the ball a lot for them to try to come back to have a big game. So either way, I think the answer there is Mahomes. I just don't think – I think the Eagles are going to run the ball a lot. And with their running back, I mean, Hurts might have like 40 yards rushing, but I don't think he's going to get close to 300 total.
What about this one? I know this one's close to your heart. Any offensive lineman to score, all right? A reception,
Can you imagine?
a receiving touchdown.
Can you imagine?
We're going to see a big guy touchdown.
I actually went out for a pass against the Eagles once, and I was open.
I was just good.
That would have been amazing because I'm from there.
Did they look your way?
There was pressure off the side. He had to throw the ball away. Changed my whole life.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
Sounds like you
know.
sound so sad.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, flip side though, what if I dropped it? Then that would have changed my whole life negatively. That would have been bad.
Well,
That would've been really bad.
Brady's dropped a wide open pass before,
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know,
That's
and
right.
you and Brady are on the same tier.
All of us elite people are doing it. That would be amazing if an O lineman caught it. I don't see that happening in the Super Bowl just because it's so. But the Eagles have guys that could do it. Mailata and Lane Johnson are athletes to tackle.
Like bring in jumbo package there on the goal line.
Oh, I would love to see that celebration.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, unreal.
It'd be amazing.
All right, we know your pick is going to be the Eagles, but do you have a final score prediction?
How do you know my pick's going to be the Eagles?
We know
right,
we listened to your show.
You're right. It is. 27-24, Eagles. They're the best team. They were the best team all year. And next week, when I come on the Sweat, if they win this game, we should talk about where they are in terms of all-time great teams. They'll be 17-1 with Hurts as their quarterback this year, and they will have won every playoff game convincingly, at least the first 2. We'll see what happens. I guess not if it's 27-24. Anyway, go Birds.
Okay. Well, we're going to hear from some of those guys right now, including some Chiefs players. We will have the Gojo guys on next. So players talking about just the pressure of playing on the game's biggest stage, and also how damn impressive these 2 quarterbacks are, a couple MVP finalists. So that's coming up right now, actually.
What's up, everybody? We are here at Super Bowl 57. The action is packed. The heat is on. The pressure is on. We got up with both teams yesterday to ask them how it feels to be here about to play on the biggest stage.
It's definitely going to be it's going to be a hard-fought game for sure. And
it means a lot to me to be here. You know, last 2 teams standing. You know, that's really what you play this game for the love and to playing games like this.
The guys that have been in the league, the guys that have been in the Super Bowls, been in the playoffs, what that does, it just makes it easier for the young guys to kind of, I don't know, learn on the run. They see how guys conduct themselves. They see how, you know, guys talk about the situations and how small the chances are of getting here, and how much we've broken the odds of being able to get back here again.
The common theme between both teams was quarterback play, and it seems like on top of everyone's mind is Patrick Mahomes' ability to make unreal plays.
Thing about him that he's able to, you know each guy individually and how they like footballs and, you know, how they're going to run their routes, and it's a good thing to have when you and your quarterback can be on the same page.
No matter where you end up or, you know, how you get open or what space you feel, he can get the ball to you, you know, whether it's underhand, whether it's no look, whether it's cross body, back across the field. He can get the ball to you. So,
you know, Patrick Mahomes does it in his own way. Backyard football, you know, he's a thrower, different angles.
He just shows up on tape how good of a player he is, how many escapes he have, how many plays he made down the field that you don't see many quarterbacks making. So he's a special player.
That's what you sign up for, to always go against the best, you know. So he's the best quarterback in our league for sure, by far. He gonna continue to, you know, play at a high level.
But don't sleep on Jalen Hurts, people, who has the ability to get it done in the air and on the ground.
You know, I think Jalen throws the ball incredibly well.
Whatever he did in the offseason, passing the ball and things like that, who he was working with, I mean, that was his main focus. He was on it. I can't tell you exactly what he was doing, but you definitely see the improvement.
The biggest thing with Jalen is his legs and him being able to extend plays and make big plays off script, but obviously both of them are incredible quarterbacks.
His IQ has always been high. So just going out there, making the right reads, putting us in the right plays and things like that. Him and Kelsey do a tremendous job of checking when we need to and make sure things work.
It's going to be a matchup that's everybody's been waiting to see, so it should be a lot of fun on Sunday.
It sounds like at the end of the day, it's all going to come down to who can capitalize on their chances.
All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. You did a great job on that package there. Your stand-up looked flawless.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
Wow, round of applause.
Round of applause.
Wow.
Just media loving media.
MVP.
Dude, let's just
If
sit
we
here,
won't
pump
love
each other's
us, who
tires
will?
up.
Who will?
Dude, it's a Wednesday tradition unlike any other on the Sweat, the Gojo Gang, man. Brandon Newman, Mike Golick Jr., a couple former Notre Dame teammates, just talking sports and stuff.
Why
you can listen
with
to their
the arm?
podcast.
I don't know. I like how he's doing.
I'm just like buckling up. I'm
Gets
so
the people
excited for this.
Well, we're in person now doing this normally. We're just
Yes.
faces on a screen for you guys.
Yes.
But you're not faces on a screen anymore. You're
No.
real people.
We're real
Yeah.
people, and we're forming real bonds of lasting friendship this week.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Mike,
look
how
great.
has your Super Bowl experience been up to this point?
It's been very good with one minor bump in the road, a snafu over the nature of
What?
buffet line tacos at the media opening night. Brandon decided he was better than media food, and I know you guys know this. Being around here, we're all scavengers for the week. Free food is a must in the world of the media, and Brandon turned it down, and I felt like I didn't know my teammate
What?
then. We've recovered since, but man, it was a rocky road.
The hell happened? I saw that you were actually getting upset with Brandon the other night because like he wanted to go to Culver's or
Yeah,
something.
and he turned down the free food and demanded that I take him elsewhere for food that was
Brandon-
apparently cleaner than the media food. I don't know.
Brandon won't stand for this slander.
I have 3 dad words or coach words to sum this up. No free lunches. No free lunches around here. That's my mentality, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay,
Right.
so
Can't
besides
argue
like
that,
the
can't
food
argue that.
thing, I mean, you've enjoyed your time here. Up to
Oh,
this point.
yeah,
Every time I
yeah.
see you, you're smiling. You're wearing some kind of beautiful shirt, and you just seem like a happy individual to be around, and we love you.
Yeah, you have to be the content. You have to wear the content. How many pairs of shoes did you guys pack individually for this trip?
I have 4.
2.
Oh my God, I have
Yeah.
more shoes
Hell
than
yeah.
you. The hell's happening?
I
man?
love
Honestly,
that.
respect.
Yes.
That's being the content you wish to see in the world.
I mean, if you,
And the change.
when you have just, it's just like the white platform Air Force Ones, like why?
What else
Utility
you
shoe.
got?
Yeah, whatever.
You don't have room
yeah.
for anything else, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The platform on these things heavy. My bag was overweight. Wonder why? These things.
I can't imagine. But no, it's been good around here. It's sports media prom. We get to see all of our friends. I don't know. I feel like we should vote for a sports media prom king and queen after Super Bowl week.
That's
love
actually
that.
a brilliant idea.
Wow.
Radio Row King and Queen.
Right, we're all going
Yes.
around here,
popularity
shopping
contest.
takes with each other at these different tables, gas bagging away, filling this whole place with carbon dioxide. Like, let's go and up the ante a little bit so everyone's on their best behavior and giving the best takes. Who wouldn't want to be king and queen of Radio Row?
I think right now that would
love
have to
that.
be your dad. Like, your dad
Yes.
walks in and people are just like flock to him. And I know your dad has become your roommate again right now because you're
Yeah, he
staying
told
with your
us
parents.
that, you know,
He hates you getting
he has
home
you
late.
in the casita, like away from the
Oh,
main house.
They put me far away opposite the main quarters in the house so that they don't have to hear me gallivanting around at night.
Speaking of that, I know we have a wonderful rundown to get to,
Oh,
but
does-
Mike has a
whatever.
secret.
Oh,
He-
what?
he-
Tell it
This is
on live
huge.
television. Tell the
In-
secret.
In this bungalow that he's off in his wing in his home in Arizona, of his parents' homes in Arizona, he has a Tom Brady photo.
Oh,
Do you really?
is it like a?
Oh.
Is it a
signed?
poster?
So-
No,
Is
no,
it
no,
the
no, no, no,
shirtless-
no.
No, it was the Tom
thirst-
Brady
the photo?
underwear thirst trap
The
photo.
thirst trap photo that he has in the holster, ready to fire off at any point in time. I was looking at it. I was judging it. I hope one day we all can see it. I just wanted to put that out here.
Okay, because you said, you know, 1,000 likes or I will.
Yes, it was a threat. It was 100% a threat to the
Yes.
timeline. If you do not give my tweet engagement, I will spam you with a semi-nude underwear photo.
Yes.
Because I've been
And
working out like Tom Brady. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape for not 45.
I feel
but
like you
33.
should just throw it out again and just be like, just up the like count,
Yeah.
make it a little higher, so then we can release it into the world.
2,000 this
fair.
time.
Yeah.
It's just some unreason. If this doesn't get 200,000 likes,
Yeah.
like the egg photo.
A million.
Why haven't you
This is the
retweeted our
most,
show?
like-
Speaking of tweet
Yeah.
engagement.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
mean,
What's
we're
going
in,
on with you?
and you know what,
Emerson.
Emerson, you're just
So
like all those
thirsty.
people at the LeBron James
We're
shot
a
to pass
team.
Kareem, where they've all got their phone. Did you see all the people criticizing people for having their phones out and comparing it to
Mike.
Jordan's shot in '98 against the Jazz? What kind of serviceable picture would a cell phone in 1998
Well,
have taken of Michael
yeah.
Jordan?
But also, if they all had cell phones back then in '98, they would all be out like as well.
100%.
Dude, it's just like, especially if you're inside that arena, and I can't imagine what some of those people paid for those tickets last night.
That was a
Probably-
big night for you, though, Brandon. You're a huge
I know.
LeBron guy. I mean, what were you
He's
doing?
getting
Just
emotional.
hanging in the hotel room?
You know,
just-
no, I was out. I was
Oh,
out.
okay.
Out on the town. Got a chance to watch it at the bar with a lot of our contemporaries.
Yeah.
But I, too, felt seen and embarrassingly seen because I watched the whole thing through my phone. Like, I was at the bar like this to a TV filming it,
Yeah.
and then I saw the pictures come out of like everyone filming. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm one of them. Like I was the only person at the bar filming it like an idiot.
Yeah, I definitely would have been staring at you, being like, "What is this dude doing?"
Yeah.
I came over and was like, man, did you see LeBron overacting in what was clearly a rehearsed celebration for this historic moment he knew was coming? And Brandon's like, shut up. I got 5 pictures of it on my phone. This is
Yeah.
incredible.
He's like, yeah, I took slow-mo video. I was in portrait mode.
I mean,
like,
I did. I think LeBron James has earned the credit or earned the right to
Yeah.
make us all extras in the movie that he's made for himself. I think that's what this has all been.
That is a great way to think about it. My only beef with the plot, since the script has already been written
Yeah.
for all
Yes,
of this,
yes.
was that we didn't get this moment with LeBron passing them down 25 to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh
The
my
game was
God.
close
Oh,
enough.
dude.
Yeah.
They end up losing still to a team that's 3 games ahead of them. It's all poetry
Yeah.
in motion.
I actually was really impressed with how like the Thunder weren't phased. They came out of that like 10, 15-minute break and just still kept dominating the
Yeah.
Lakers. I was like, good
You're
for
like,
good for
anyway.
you guys. And also the
Well,
NBA,
anyway.
the NBA before being like, I don't really know. We may or may not stop the game. He scores the historic bucket, and then all of a sudden it's like prepared 15-minute speeches.
Yeah, mhm.
Oh my God, Drake's got a video that
Yeah.
pre-made for him and Snoop Dogg. It was ridiculous to watch in real time. It made me think of when Drew Brees and Tom Brady were passing each other for the
Yes.
all-time passing yards, and they would bring out the laminated piece of paper for Drew. So at the very least, they topped that in terms of pageantry and gifts given to the great LeBron James.
As a LeBron stan, I did not appreciate Kareem trying to bring the Adidas jacket into it. I felt like there's some shoe war stuff
Oh,
going
I
on.
love that.
And then also for him to be so selfish and bring his headband into the game for this this historic moment. Like, you don't wear a headband, Bron. Like, let's see your hairline as it is for this historic moment.
Okay, well, speaking of LeBron again, we've got a prop here in the DK Sportsbook. So it's a fun little Super Bowl prop. Whose total will be higher on Sunday here? LeBron James's points, rebound, and assist total, or Jalen Hurts' rushing yards total. Ooh. Which one will be higher, do you think here,
Little
guys?
cross-sport prop bet.
Yeah.
I would say
you get -110 odds for James to be higher, -120 on Hurts' rushing yards to be higher.
Ooh, man. So, I mean, even if LeBron goes for a triple-double, you're probably not, like, even on his best night, if he went off for 50 points, 10 and 10, you're still combined 70 there. I would probably take Jalen Hurts over on the rushing total. Okay. I think you're going to have to see Steve Spagnuolo and that Chiefs defense really gamble on how they approach defending the Eagles' rushing game. We saw Jalen Hurts take carries early in that game against San Francisco that were about creating a credible threat, not really about gaining yards. I think this one, he's going to have a little bit more space to room because the Chiefs are going to have to take more chances. I'll take him over LeBron point total.
My issue with it is it seems like the obvious choice here.
Yes. Yeah. That's sports betting. I think about it a little bit.
But what you're talking about, Mike, I don't see Spags trying to stop Jalen Hurts' feet to help win that game. Like, so, I mean, what if LeBron does a Russell Westbrook 20-20-20? I mean,
listen,
that's still only 60.
It's only 60. Only like, 50 yards rushing,
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Jalen Hurts winning on the ground.
I think LeBron might also just be like, I already did my thing. I don't need to go that hard tonight. I've earned the night off.
Yeah, sometimes it's a favor for a reason. I feel that.
I mean, Jalen Hurts hasn't really had to do a whole lot this postseason, already.
No,
they're just blowing dudes out.
It's a pretty good gig so far. This one may require a little more of his efforts, considering the quarterback on the other side.
You think? All right, you guys both went to opening night Monday night.
Yes.
A lot of spectacle. There was a gentleman who was wearing just a bucket.
Yeah.
Just a barrel.
Yeah. Yes,
big sexy.
Yeah. So that
Billy bonded with him a lot.
Yeah. So that was just
in the
one
bucket?
thing.
Not
in the bucket.
No.
Well, who would between you two? Who do you think could rock the bucket better?
Ooh.
Dude, you would look good in a bucket, Brandon.
Thank you.
It's a look.
I
You have to
appreciate
commit
it.
to that look.
But seeing him wear it reminds me of the contrast of the brown bucket and the pale pasty skin.
Yeah.
Like, I think it might pop.
Yes.
It would look like I'm just naked walking around and like some Skims, some Kim Kardashian Skims.
Which might land you a sponsorship deal. We are in the land of hawking product right now,
yes,
so possibly
absolutely.
you.
Kim.
Hey.
Not an ad, but it could be.
I don't know. I just see it trending hashtag bucket Brandon or Brandon in a bucket.
Oh my God, Brandon in a bucket wearing a bucket hat, which is one of Brandon's favorite looks.
Okay, now we're talking now. Okay.
Yeah. And it could be our friends at KFC. It could be in a KFC bucket.
Okay.
Oh,
Slow down.
Hey,
Slow down.
hashtag not an ad, but hashtag could be.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hey, dude, food. All right, you've mentioned you weren't a huge fan of the tacos. You've been to Culver's or whatever on Monday. What culinary adventures have you guys been on here? I have yet to have a taco since we've been here in 4 days.
Well, there's this great spot right down the street from here. It's a cozy little joint.
Taco Bell.
They do.
Taco Bell Cantina.
I know. It's a cantina. They serve booze there.
Wait. So is that the difference? I'm going to tell you guys something right now, and I just know the reaction is going to be like, oh my God. I've never had Taco Bell in my entire life.
There's no way.
I've never had it.
There's no way.
You guys, I wouldn't just make that statement.
Did you skip college and go right to the workforce?
Dude, there wasn't a Taco Bell in Boston.
In New England. I went to Boston College.
And there's Taco Bells in Boston College?
Chestnut Hill? No, there's not.
They just put one in Downtown Crossing 2 years ago.
Oh, God.
I've never had it. I reached a certain point where it was I was too old. I was just I've never had it, so should I just...
Too old for Taco Bell. Let me take you guys back to the Super Bowl in Miami. You know, the whole week's about parties, decadence, and being seen.
Yeah.
I'm with our good friend and former teammate Kyle Rudolph, his wife, one of our other teammates from college. We went to the NFLPA party. Cool, be around a bunch of current players, check out that scene. We're there, it's dark, loud, and there's not a lot of food. We all looked around at each other about 11 o'clock on a Friday night in Miami, and we said, you know what, let's leave these foolish excursions for children, and let's go do what adults do.
Yeah.
And we went and had a sit-down dinner in a Miami Taco Bell at 11:30 at night.
Was it a cantina?
It was not a cantina, which was a shame, but it still was able to sling us as many quesadillas, as many cheesy gordita crunches, as many grilled stuffed beef burritos as humanly possible. And we all left and slept with heartburn because we're over 30, but we slept comfortably knowing we'd made the right decision.
Your belly just
You're never too old for it.
Dude,
JC, I know we don't know each other,
yeah,
but I literally don't know you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know. You're
Dude,
shocked.
Now you know how I felt after
Yeah.
opening night.
Okay.
Now you get it.
It would
You
be
guys.
incredible content. You two, like you taking her to Taco
Should we
Bell.
go
my
to the
God.
Taco Bell cantina?
Yes,
and
I can
just...
see the secret menu
Yeah.
as well. Like, do you have a gluten allergy?
No, I don't have any allergies.
He can show you the world.
Yes. I mean,
Shining in cantina
Yeah.
splendor.
You know who you won't find inside a Taco Bell anytime
Say it.
soon is gonna be Aaron freaking Rodgers, dude.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
there's no Taco Bell in the darkness deprivation chamber.
All right. First
That we
off,
know of.
Welcome to hell with Aaron Rodgers,
Mike,
brother.
what would it take for you to be like, holy hell, I got to do a 4-day total darkness retreat? Like, how bad do things have to get?
You know what? I was wondering if that was him tipping his hand after all the Devontae Adams recruiting. Darkness Retreat, Black Hole, Raiders, if this is more subliminal messaging from Aaron Rodgers. That being said, couldn't pay me. I've seen those sensory deprivation tanks. I am not about darkness. Me alone with my own thoughts in a pool of water?
Terrible.
Absolutely not. That is hell on earth, brother.
So
hell
I have
on
to
earth.
tell you guys his quote. He said, "It's just sitting in isolation, meditation, dealing with your thoughts." Roger said, "It stimulates DMT, so there can be some hallucinations in there."
all right now.
That's
Now
right
we
there,
talking.
like, I'll consider it for a day.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
No, I'm
So
sorry.
you do drugs on the floor in silence.
I think he's trying to say, that your mind starts. I was like, is that just thinking? What do you mean hallucination?
I hear that and I think about, like, you remember when Dumbo was tripping in the old Dumbo movie and it got really scary and stuff? And, like, the African-American crows just, like, talking to people all crazy. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on the other side of that for
I
Aaron.
was thinking of the tunnel in Wonka when they're riding through the tunnel there and he's singing that really disturbing song. Either way, what Aaron actually is describing is my experience on NFL Sundays with the Red Zone channel, where all of a sudden I look up and I realize, oh, it's 7 hours later. It is totally dark in my apartment, and I haven't moved, and I have begun hallucinating that the Bengals are good now.
Yes, I mean, the red zone makes me miss so many fourth quarters because I'm watching every touchdown. I'm just, like, busy at the end just watching every touchdown. I don't know that the game's going on elsewhere.
Yeah, like water cooler talk the next morning. They're like, damn, Brandon, how about that fourth quarter last night? And you're like, which game, which touchdown drive are we talking about?
I watched all of them. Scott Hansen mama birded them to me.
Wait, one of you was a big Rihanna fan too, right?
I think we both appreciate what Rihanna brings to the table.
He likes the A side of Rihanna. I love the B side of Rihanna. If we're talking, like, you know, the cassette tapes.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
I mean, like music. We're talking music, and we're over 30.
I really liked her in Battleship.
I was at the
underrated movie and underrated performance.
Pacific Rim too, or no? Just
no, it's just Battleship and Pacific Rim and all those movies generally like blend together because
we were at the broadcast media availability and I was like standing there and I was like, someone's like playing Rihanna on their phone, and then I realized it was my phone. Just like playing Rihanna. Like I got my mic in, I'm like listening to like Gronk talk, and then I was just like, who is playing Unfaithful by Rihanna?
Okay.
It was my phone.
Now the odds of what the opening song is going to be is something I'm extremely interested in. At opening night, I ran into someone who works for the NFL, works specifically for the halftime show, and she gave me some tidbits.
Okay.
She gave me some tidbits that we probably won't see a lot of features because they're trying to make it seem like that she's like a solo artist the way Katy Perry was solo and Lady Gaga was solo.
Gaga was awesome.
Right. She said she heard about 8 ditties. Okay, Diddy Doo Dops. I showed her the DraftKings Sportsbook graphic and showed her what songs were going to come, and she was still trapped. But she said she did hint at Jay-Z making the performance.
Oh, hell
so we can guarantee Umbrella is going to be Umbrella is in the mix.
Run This Town.
No, Kanye has done too much.
Well, I know, but Jay-Z's also got a verse in that. You skip the Kanye verse.
Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the music.
Yeah, I mean,
please don't stop the,
it just, the bangers don't stop. They don't, Okay, no one wants to hear this.
Okay. We'll stop.
Let's focus on the game that we're
No.
all here for, okay? Eagles, Chiefs, obviously, what?
I have a perfect way to start this because Michael Irvin gave it to me on opening night.
All right.
He was standing on stage. They had all the captains from both teams on, and Michael Irvin's over there with the Kelsey brothers, and he said, Everybody's talking about the brothers starting at quarterback in this game, but I'm here with some blood brothers. Travis Kelce and Jason
really
Kelce.
It's incredible.
Electric. An absolutely
So good.
electric intro. Man.
So, like Ross was just up here before you guys, and he's strongly leaning towards the Eagles.
The favorites.
You both agree with that? Why is no
I don't.
one like?
No.
No.
Brandon said no.
I'm going Oppo. I'm going Oppo just because of Patrick Mahomes. And it's that dumb like human trick of like the reason LeBron James has been so great for basketball fans is because basketball fans don't need to know shit about basketball to love LeBron James, right? So like Patrick Mahomes gives you that in as a leader, as a quarterback, as you know. I don't know. I trust and believe in Patrick Mahomes.
I agree. He whittles it down to the fine-tooth sports talk point.
Yeah.
Like, we love reducing things down to best player and certainly in the NFL quarterback, and he allows you to do that. It's the way that team's made decisions. It keeps me up at night. Yes, I do lean Eagles, but I understand they have not faced a quarterback even close to as good as the one they're getting ready to face Sunday. And so for how great this Eagles pass rush has been, he's great at getting out of sacks. We even saw that last week while he was hobbling around on one leg. So I'm terrified of Patrick Mahomes, even if I'm picking the Eagles because of the rest of that roster.
Gotcha. Okay. Remember the octopus conversation we had before?
Yeah.
Before this?
It's a prop that's available.
Incredible.
Will there be an octopus, which is plus 1,400?
Which is a player scoring the touchdown and then also scoring the two-point conversion, right?
Correct. And as of 2022, there had been just 168 octopi in NFL history since the two-point conversion was introduced in 1994.
I am going no on octopi this game just because I think for both teams, too many varied weapons. Like for the Eagles, you're healthy and you've got this full arsenal. And on the other side for Kansas City, you've had to make chicken salad out of a roster of skill players that you let the best one go. Like, yeah, Travis Kelce seems like he'd be the prime candidate for this, but I think the strength of the defense has been being multiple and Patrick Mahomes spread. So too many guys to get the thing to get one guy.
Multiple running backs in the backfield now, McKinnon or Pacheco.
But
you have these two dynamic rushing quarterbacks, right? Like it seems like that's a no-brainer, and it should be 800 if it's Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts who are scrambling in the end zone and then like, all right, let's ride with the hot hand. How many coaches do that? Go ahead and shuffle, act like you're gonna, scramble. Run up to the middle for a two-point conversion.
If there's any team that would do that, it would be the Eagles, too, who, if they see something that works, they just want to keep hammering away and going right back to it.
I like it. I like octopuses.
Okay, let's
It's
go
octopi.
Oh, excuse me.
Which I just learned when you read that question. I was like, damn, that is a challenge.
I mean, they're solitary creatures. I don't think there's a lot of.
They're actually beautiful creatures.
Did you see my octopus teacher?
Yes.
Oh, is that the one, the dude who fell in love with an octopus?
A very disturbing film.
That is weird.
I was wondering if he was going to try and kiss
No,
that
that's the shape of water. I think you're thinking about.
No, literally.
It's the same concept.
No, this man's family was like, please, we miss you. He's like, spending 8 hours a day in the ocean.
Me and this octopus are having a baby.
Daddy,
we are in love.
Daddy, I miss you. Like he's like, shut up, kids.
Oh,
you only have 2 arms, you weak baby.
Oh, like
hold me.
Like the Homelander show.
Sucking and trade.
What's the Homelander show?
The Boys.
Oh, The Boys.
The Boys, like
Yes,
The Boys.
yeah,
the Aquaman.
exactly.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, terrifying.
A couple other age-old questions as we approach Super Bowl 57. What color will the Gatorade be? Will there be a scoregami, so a score that's never happened in an NFL game? I mean, nerds really get up for that one. Will a kick hit the goalpost? Which one of these fun props is your
also,
favorite,
like
Mike?
that scoregami, who made that up?
Scoregami's great. Like,
no, it is. People flip out about
weird
that.
nerd fun. I
Yeah.
don't track it actively, but when it comes up, I'm always like, ooh, scoregami.
Yeah.
It's just a little tingle there.
It feels good.
Yeah.
That being said, favorite prop bet, bar none, any offensive lineman to score 1 receiving touchdown, plus 3,500 on DraftKings Sportsbook. To me, that one is an easy place to throw a few shekels down just because in this game, you've got really capable athletic offensive linemen. And I think important for this, guys that have been starters the entire season. Both of these units incredibly healthy, which means all year long when you're sitting in practice, if you're Lane Johnson, who was a quarterback and a tight end before he became an offensive tackle, to sit over there and go to Shane Steichen, the Eagles OC, and be like, Coach, You see the hands.
A little.
It's just you kind of work them all year long in pre-practice. You go out there and throw with quarterbacks a little bit, show them how soft the hands are. Maybe you're back there catching some stuff off the jug. So I always think betting a big boy touchdown, it's like going up to the craps table. You don't want to be the guy betting the do not pass line, betting against the fun on the table. Bet for fun, bet for fat people scoring touchdowns.
Did you ever have one like in your playing days?
No. I was the kind of fat that wasn't athletic enough to throw the football to. I'd have been a great oh, they're never going to throw him the ball, and now all of a sudden you're wide open. But that was a dream that I had to let die. Brandon got his hands on a football while he was at Ball State. Interception poppy over here.
What?
Just, you gotta.
Damn, I didn't know I was in the presence of a legend.
Hey, it's very simple. You high point a ball. It's just what you do.
It's nothing. It's
Such
just
an
what you do.
athlete.
Exactly. Yeah.
What color's the Gatorade gonna be? Or clear, or none?
I think purple.
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 Going off the board there. I'm a classic red guy. I think especially.
It's like
It's
never
never
red.
happened.
Really?
We had Stormy on the other day. She put out like a whole TikTok.
Oh,
about
I
it.
didn't watch.
She said red is like never happened.
All right, well, you know what? Not red
So
then. Forget what I said. What's the most popular one? Orange, probably?
Orange is the favorite, but I think blue's happened like 3 of the last 4
Ooh,
years.
Yeah.
blue's having a moment. Okay.
Yeah, blue is definitely having a moment.
All right, it's blue.
Doesn't orange
blue is
and blue
having
mix
its
for
midnight
purple?
moment.
No,
That's actually true.
That's
I
red
don't know,
and red and blue.
my color wheel. Yeah.
You have your color wheel on you?
Shoot. Hold on.
Oh,
man.
We have to go. We have to take a break because there's an interview with Mike Felger we have to toss to.
Yes, we do have to
Hey,
talk about.
thanks, guys.
Yeah,
It was awesome
we
having
love
you
having
here.
you guys on in person.
We'll see you tonight. We're doing a little DK gathering.
We'll chop it up
at the cantina,
cantina
Yes.
later.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be
I
great.
can't wait for
yeah,
that.
but you caught up with Felger from
Yes, I did.
Boston's Felger and Maz,
Yeah, we talked a
and
lot.
he did have some things to say about the Aaron Rodgers deprivation tank 4-day darkness.
Hello.
Mike Felger, good to finally meet you.
Good to meet you.
How's Radio Row treating you?
Oh, it's good. We try not to talk to people. We're the one show that comes and doesn't want to do interviews.
Yeah, I know. Anyone in Boston who listens to your show is well aware of y'all's approach to Radio Row.
We don't want to.
So this does this get old for you after a while? Or
No.
Is it just...
I like it. And even
Okay.
though we don't talk to a lot of people, it is good to get out of the cave of your studio and just be around other human beings.
Yeah, it's quite a big game where everyone here is, talking about, and I know Vegas has made its pick already. They're going with Philadelphia right now. Which side do you like in this game?
So I am horrible at picking games. I'm just the absolute worst, but
This
I
is
like.
great. So do we go opposite of what you're about to say?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
So I'll tell you, when I bet with friends, I just take bets. I don't make bets.
Yes.
I let friends bet with me. Whatever you want
Okay.
to take, I'll take the other side, and
All
that's
right,
what I do.
so that's
'cause
the fine print.
No one can pick games. Anyway, I like Kansas City. I think the experience advantage is what I'm going to give them.
What are you going to do when the Super Bowl is eventually just a streamed football game on a streaming service? What are you going to do? Come on. How are you going to watch it? Are you going to watch it, or is that when you're going to start boycotting the Super Bowl?
I can't do it. I can't. You know it's coming. It's a good one. Log in, download, authenticate. I can't get it on the TV. You know it. You know it's coming.
Okay, how close are the Pats to getting back here?
So, I don't think they're like the 18th team in the league.
Yeah.
So I think they're closer to getting into the top 5 than people might think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But just because you're 5 doesn't mean you're here. So
No, you got to be top 2 to be here.
So I don't think they're that far away from being a Final 4 team, a Final 8 team, getting back in that divisional round, getting to a conference final. I think that's within their grasp. I really do. To now start winning those games, though, I think there's a healthy gap there.
How much blame does Belichick then deserve for what went down and just the mess that was on offense with defense coordinator and a special teams guy calling plays on offense?
All of it. Yeah, he said blame him.
Yeah.
And it all does go back to him. I mean, this was all within his control. It was within their control to keep Josh McDaniels, if you really want to dial it back that far. They did it once before with the Indianapolis Colts. I think Josh would have stayed if you had made assurances and promises to him and let him know that he was really considered, had a future here for bigger things.
What do you make of the Belichick Brady love fest on the Let's Go podcast? Are you buying that?
No, wait. Their problems at the end was a media narrative, meaning, as Brady said last night, people drove the wedge between them because they wanted to pull them apart. It was all just the media making it up. It seems to me that it was Brady who said, I plead the fifth when asked if he was being respected by the Patriots. And it seems to me it was actually his father who said that Brady, damn rights, Tommy feels vindicated by what's happened in Tampa Bay. And I don't think we made up the fact that Belichick said at the 2014 draft, we all know Tom's age and contract situation.
All right, so was that like a little uncomfortable, like listening to them kind of
I thought it was great. I thought it was great. It's great that they've. You always knew.
Which is something we haven't seen or heard in 2+ decades.
So
right?
listen, Emerson, I knew what would happen by the time we got to Canton and the Yellow Jacket ceremonies, that they would all be together. They would all whitewash how it ended. They'd all try and downplay the divorce and play up the good times. You knew that was going to happen.
Okay.
I didn't know it was going to happen 2 days after he retired. So the timing of it surprised me a little bit. But I think this too. I think Belichick. There was another motivation for Belichick, and that is he's been getting dumped on pretty good here now for the last couple of years. I think Belichick's image has taken a hit. I think he needed a good day. And I think yesterday was a good day for him going on the Brady podcast and saying the things that he said.
It definitely seemed like out of the ordinary. And I know, speaking of out of the ordinary, I know you're a Packers guy or a Green Bay guy. What the hell is this 4-day darkness retreat that Aaron Rodgers is talking about? He says his retirement decision will come after that. What the hell is that?
I can't stand this guy, and I'm a lifelong Packers fan. I can't tell you how badly I want this guy off my football team. I cannot take rooting for him another day, and I ran out of patience with him really 2-3 years ago. His game did go downhill, and then he got all pissed off at the team, wanted a new contract, and then for 2 years played out of his boobs. And then as soon as he got the contract, he goes back in the tank. So it's really like he puts himself on this higher plane, like the ayahuasca and the darkness, all this goofy bull crap. But he's just like every, other low character athlete, plays up to get the contract, gets the contract, and then goes back in the tank. Anyway, I can't stand I can't stand the guy. I'm done rooting for the guy. Even if Jordan Love isn't that good, I'd rather watch and root for him than have another year with this a-hole in my face.
All right, everybody, don't sweat it. All right, we are doing the research for you for Super Bowl 57 props. And today's topic is receptions. Let's start with the Chiefs. All right, Travis Kelce has a game-high 6.5 reception total. Now, he's over 10-9 this season, 5-3 over the last 8 games. Juju, 3.5 receptions total. The under, 6-2 over the last 8. And Kansas City running back with the highest receptions prop. That's going to be Jerick McKinnon with 2.5. 9th more receptions by a running back this regular season with 56.
I'm feeling the Juju number just because the other night at media night, he was like, I like to hang out with my dog in my free time.
One of us. One of us. Yeah.
One of us. All right, let's go to the Eagles receptions totals here, guys. Again, don't sweat it. A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, all at 4.5 receptions. Okay, wow. Some of those seem a little low, but also it's because probably Jalen Hurts hasn't had to throw much this postseason.
That's for sure.
Going to have to do it probably a little more against the Chiefs. A.J. Brown, season receptions total, 11 to 6 there on the under. Dallas Goedert, 7.5. Devontae Smith, 12-5 on the over. And he has been one of Jalen Hurts' favorite targets over the last 6-7 games. Back half of the season, he has been his go-to guy, although A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert still have their moments. But wouldn't shock me to see Devontae Smith have one of the longer receptions in this game on Sunday.
All right, well, that's going to do it for our show today. Good stuff, man. We're going to be back live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Mitch Moss and Polly Howard from VSiN's Follow the Money will be here live. We're going to get a look behind the Fox broadcast for the Super Bowl. So that's it for us today, but head over to VSiN for more Radio Row action as the Lombardi line will be coming to you live at the top of the hour.